Howdy everybody, it's your pal Misty. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. It's gonna be a fun Friday video and I have a tag for you. Technically I have two tags for you, and this one is called the what do you call it tag. So I was originally tagged by Mary with Mary Gets Fit, and then Nikki, from 2fat2furious, she loves a tag, so she added additional questions onto this tag. Now, I have a feeling that most of you may already know a lot of my answers to these questions because I talk about what people call things from time to time, and I have very strong opinions on what I call them. You can call them whatever you want just before we get started, but I may have some things to say about it. We'll just have to see how it goes. Question number 1. Cooking food on an outdoor grill. The question is in the answer. It's on a grill. It's outside on a grill. I know some people call it a barbecue. And I get it. I would say I'm going to a barbecue, but the barbecue will be cooked on a grill. So, grill. Question number 2. Carbonated beverage. Coke. It's all Coke. I would say go give me a Coke. But I know that when you say that, people don't know what you mean. If I say go give me a Coke, I mean a Dr. Pepper. That's what I mean. Or a Mountain Dew. Either would be acceptable. But a carbonated beverage is a Coke. I have learned that that doesn't work. So I would say that most of the time, I call it a soda. Soda is delicious. Soda. Coke. Go give me a Coke. But don't bring me Coca-Cola. I don't want it. Or Pepsi. I want Dr. Pepper. Question number 3. The thing you push your groceries around in. Well, we call that a buggy. If I were telling you about it, I would probably say it's a shopping cart. I feel like that's what a lot of people call it. They'll call it a cart or a shopping cart. But if I were gonna get one, I'd be like, can you go get a buggy? Or I need a buggy. Which is different than a basket, because the basket is the small thing that you hold. I use those too, but the thing you push it around in is a buggy. Question number 4. Bugs that light up at night. I'd call that a lightning bug. Some people call them fireflies. Some people call them ray. But I'd say it's a lightning bug. It's a bug that lights. It's a lightning bug. Some things just make sense in my brain, even though I know they don't make sense in y'all's brain. Question number 5. P.e.c.a.n. Pecan. Why are we still talking about that? If y'all don't stop peeing in a can, I don't know what I'm going to do with y'all. It's not a pecan. It's a pecan. Pecan. P.e.c.a.n. Pecan. Final answer. Question number 6. Last piece of bread in a loaf. I would call that the heel or the butt. But most of the time I'd call it the heel of the bread. And it's okay. You just need to flip it around to where the crust is on the inside so your tongue doesn't have to touch it. It's a heel of the bread. Question number 7. C.a.r.a.m.e.l. Caramel. I realize there are extra letters in there, but caramel sounds ridiculous in my ear when I say it. It is not a caramel. It's caramel. C.a.r.a.m.e.l. Caramel. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Question number 8. Athletic footwear. My brain went tennis shoe sneaker. But I think my brain went tennis shoe first. Because they're tennis shoes. Tennis shoes. Because I feel like even that doesn't sound very clear. You don't have to play tennis in them. Just like you don't have to sneak in a sneaker. Some people call them kicks. Some people call them different things. But for me, what I think was my first answer was tennis shoe. Athletic shoe. It's a shoe. It's just a shoe. But tennis shoe or sneaker, some other people say. Question number 9. Little lobster-looking creature in freshwater streams. If it's in a freshwater stream, I want to say that it's a crawdad. Because when we were growing up and we would go to the Lancaster Park, there was a river or a stream or a creek. People what do you call those? What do you call those bodies of water? Anyway, we called them crawdads. But if you grow them to eat, which is delicious, I would totally call that crawfish. But since the question was asked the way it was, my answer would be crawdad. Question number 10. Water tap, inside and or outside. Water tap. What do you mean by water tap? Like a faucet? 'Cause when I hear water tap, for some reason I think of outside. But that's what you hook the water hose up to, right? You hook the water hose up to the water tap, and then you turn it on. Or if you don't have a hose, you just turn it on and drink from it, so you don't got to go inside and get some water because that interrupts your playtime. Outside. But, I mean, I have a faucet, which is a water tap as well because water comes out. Outside. And that does it for the tag from Mary. And now up, we have the questions from G and Nikki with 2fat2furious. Question number 11. Liquid that makes your car go. Gas. Now, I have to say, they had a very good point that they thought the word gas for that is ridiculous because a gas is a liquid. I get it. But the gas is used for combustion into gas. So it's the end result of the liquid gas. Although petrol sounds so fun to say. I don't feel like I say it as cute though. But I like your little petrol and your petrol stations. It's just gas. It's just gas. Question number 12. Space at the back of your car. I would call that the trunk. My brain also said hatchback because some cars are a hatchback, but the space in the back is the trunk. What else do you call it? What else did they call it? It's a trunk. What else did they call it? What do y'all call it? I can't even remember what else y'all would have answered that. Trunk. It's a trunk. Moving on. Question number 13. The lights that regulate traffic. I feel like that's a trick question a little bit because when I hear the lights that regulate traffic, I want to call it a traffic light, but I wouldn't. I'd call it a stoplight because that light makes you stop sometimes. Just like a stop sign makes you stop all of the time, a stoplight makes you stop some of the time if it's red. And yellow, believe it or not, means slow down. People have been taught that wrong their whole lives, I guess. Question number 14. The place you buy alcohol from. Okay, so this is going to be different based off of where you live in the United States, as are many of these questions. I only say that because I live in Texas. And in Texas, there are a lot of cities where you cannot even buy alcohol. We still have dry cities where you just can't buy it. You have to go to another city. I grew up in a city like that. It's not a dry city anymore, but the whole time I lived there, until I was of the legal drinking age, I still couldn't buy alcohol in my own town. Not even beer. Nothing. But now where I live, if I was going to go and get, I would say, a liquor store, if I wanted liquor. But if I wanted beer or wine, you could just go to the grocery store or any gas station or convenience store. What do you call those? But I would think the way I would answer that question would be a liquor store. I mean, if I'm going to go get whiskey, I have to go to a special store. I can't just go to like the Walmart or the Kroger or the CVS to get liquor. So it's a liquor store. Question number 15. The thing you use to switch your TV on with. I would say I call it it's a remote control, but if I were to ask for it by name, I would ask somebody for the remote. I wouldn't even really do that though, because you watch whatever you want. It's your place. But I'd call it a remote. Or 3-year-old Misty, because 3-year-old Misty used to be a remote control. Misty, go do that. Misty, go hit the side of the TV. Did any of y'all get to be your own remote control? Some of y'all are old enough to have been your own remote control. Youngsters these days, what are you going to do with them? I don't know. Question number 16. The place where you get your medicine. The place where I get my medicine, I would say, is a pharmacy. I mean, that's where I pick up the prescription. So, the place where I get my medicine is a pharmacy. I'm trying to think of any other word you could call that. What else would you? It's a pharmacy. That's where the drugs are, is at the pharmacy. The legal ones, anyway. The illegal ones are everywhere, I guess. I don't know where to find them, but, I mean, anyway, whatever. It's a pharmacy, because I can't even think of any other word that you may call it. Let me know. Question number 17. Breakfast that you eat with syrup. So for this question, if you just hear breakfast that you eat with syrup, you're like, there's 100 things that I could eat with syrup. But for me, I saw the picture that they talked about, and they're talking about pancakes. Which evidently they don't call pancakes. They call pancakes crepes. So what are crepes? Do you not have crepes? But anyway, yeah, I'd call them pancakes. Some people call them flapjacks or hot cakes. I've heard people called that. I think, is it McDonald's that calls them hot cakes or something? But I'd call them pancakes. Question number 18. The thing that gives you information. I'm not going to lie. I had to go back and look this up. I'll put some of them clips at the end for you. But what they're talking about, because I'm like, the thing that gives you information, my phone, the internet, I wasn't sure. But for me, they're talking about street signs. Like, they gave 2 examples. They gave, like, if you're at the corner of this street and this street, and you're reading the street names, I would call that a street sign. And they also showed the ones on the freeway, like the big, they actually showed one from the Dallas area, which I thought was kind of fun, because I'm pretty sure I know where the picture is near that they put in their video. But the big street signs, like, say, these 2 lanes will keep you on 45, these 2 lanes will verge you onto 287, right? What are those signs? I'd call those freeway signs. But if I'm in a neighborhood, or if I'm looking for my street to turn on, I'd call that a street sign. What are they called? What do y'all call those? Even in America, what do you call those? I'd call it a street sign or a freeway sign. That's what I would call it. Let's go look. Get back. Get back. I see nothing. I see nothing. What do you see? What do you see? I see nothing. Question number 19. The machine you get money from. I would call that an ATM. Please don't call it an ATM machine. That's what the M stands for. ATM, automatic teller machine, because the teller is the person at the bank that used to give you the money, and then they made it automatic. ATM. Question number 20. Sweet on a stick. Again, it's one of those things, maybe I'll figure out a way to put in like little pictures. Maybe not though. So that those of you in America maybe know what I'm talking about, I would call it a sucker, is what they're talking. A sweet on a stick. They called it a lollipop. Also acceptable. For some reason, the one they showed was like a ball on a stick, and I would call that a sucker. But when you have like the big round ones, maybe that's because of the Lollipop Guild. Makes me think that's a lollipop. The Lollipop Guild is from The Wizard of Oz, just in case I lost anybody where my brain went. We represent those, they had lollipops. But if it's just like a regular sweet on a stick, I mean, a lollipop is a sweet on a stick. I'm going to say a sucker. And that's going to do it for the tag today, guys. Thanks to Mary, thanks to G and Nikki for tagging me in here. If you're interested in doing this tag, please feel free to do so. I will not be tagging anybody. I generally don't. But there are a lot of you who I would like to see a tag video or two, even if it's not the normal content you do. But that's up to you if you think it'll be fun. I always think they're a good time. So like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe if you know how, and comment down below. Were there any questions that you agreed or any that you strongly disagreed with me on? Feel free to let's talk about it. And until next time, I'll see you real soon. Boop. Get it together, Misty. You're going to be okay. Bless you. We're both going to be fine. Get your eyes ready. Get everything ready. Get it together. Let's go. At least it hasn't rained today. Question number 2. Carbonated. Start again, because you can't even talk. Question number 9. Little lobster looking creature. Creature. Now you can roll your R's. And that does it from the tag for Mary. Nope. From. That does it from the tag. What doesn't even make sense from the tag? You're fine. Keep going. Oh, did I even answer that question? Oh, shoot. What? Did I call it a stoplight? I think so. I think we're probably good. We'll come back. We'll come back later and edit it if we need to. What do y'all know? We all know because I'll put it in. You're welcome. Question number 8. Just rude neighbors with trucks and motorcycles that are too loud. I don't know what that question means, Nikki. The thing that gives you information. I'm going to have to go watch your tag again right now. I don't know what that means.
But I know a bunch of people they will put a picture in because I don't know how to describe it.
It's pancakes. Those are pancakes.
We call it flapjacks. In Afrikaans it's called a plaat cookie. But I know.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, we'll add this for y'all. And I'm watching you back, and you said jam or jelly, and that your jelly is Jell-O, and that our jelly is jam. But I just need you to know that jelly and jam are not the same thing in America either. Jam has fruit pieces in it. Jelly doesn't. So just You're welcome, Nikki. Fun fact in America, jam and jelly are also still different.
They ask us, what are you saying? The thing you get information on where to go or where you are, we call it a board, information board.
Oh, like a street sign. Okay. I mean, that's my answer, but we're going to start that again. Have I already asked the question? We'll just ask the question again because I don't remember when I got stumped. That would be... Uh-oh. Barnum, it's okay. I'm trying to do a tag. We're almost done. Barnum, come here, baby. I would call... Rude. Barnum, I'm trying to talk.